project, we had two interesting interviews with two business leaders. And over there, let me introduce my group members. Đi Phong Yến, Xiao Mong, Omar, Melanie Sun, Dean is from Vietnam. Okay, and next slide. What is bak kut teh? Bak kut teh is a traditional Chinese dish, and normally they can cook pork with Chinese herbs, spices, and soy sauce within pot. And due to the different dialect and regions, we have different style of bak kut teh. Okay, and here's the varieties of bak kut teh. We have Teochew, Hokkien, and Cantonese. Cantonese are like we found in KL area, and Hokkien is like Teochew is like some other area. For Teochew, the version of bak kut teh is like the taste of bak kut teh. They have like light color and more peppers and garlic found in the soup. And for Hokkien, we are like heavy taste. And since that, so we use numbers of herbs and soy sauce, and in order to make more fragrant and darker soups, and it tastes like tastes much better than the other two. And for the Cantonese, they focus on the soup. They like to bring soup, so they tend to add more herbs as well to create a strong flavor soup. Who and when? My police. Here's some history lesson here. Back in late 18th centuries, a civil war had broken out in China, and thousands of Chinese they moved out from China. They moved to Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, right? And next slide, clang. When we talk about bak kut teh, the first thing came to my mind is clang. And you must be wondering why. And back at the times when the British colonized Malaya, they have built a big tea port in Klang, and many Chinese police were found in that area. And their job was simple. They just like carrying goods from the ships to another ships or to the warehouse. Like they had like a bad job and low pay. And sometimes when they carry the goods, like guess what? Medical herbs was one of the goods they carry. And sometimes the medical herbs just like fall out from the bag. So they like some medical herbs on the floor, and the Chinese they think, okay, well we don't have to waste these herbs. Why don't we just like use the herbs and make something good food? And by that time, so they decide to use those herbs and try to cook with the pork ribs, and it tastes good, and more bak kut teh were found in the Klang area. That's why Klang is like a landmark for the Justin Bieber in just kidding. This is like origin place of the Klang is was like the origin place of bak kut teh. But I just like the comparison.
Just connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so description for the description of business, I'd like to turn this part to more.
Morning. Supposed to explain the first business, which is Hokkien. Hokkien is a Chinese restaurant located in Batu Pahat, Johor. And this Google map will show you how your way to lead you to the restaurant. This is a full picture of for Chu. So the most significant things that you need to know about Chu restaurant is the owner of the business is R1. The main business role at the restaurant opens 7 times a day, from morning to evening. And it serves different types of Chinese dishes, but the most desirable and wanted dish is bak kut teh. And the dish bak kut teh itself that gave the reputation to the restaurant, which is bak chu. So how one create an attraction to customers by using the strategy of having affordable prices and easy accessible location. So to be quite honest, after we went to Pahad to the restaurant, during the interview, as you can see that one is a very chill guy, very nice guy. He's open-minded. I didn't expect that I can meet this guy, and I didn't thought that he would be that open-minded as a Muslim and he would try his dishes and like to check everything there. So I'm pleasant event that one was a high school dropout at the early age, just like Steve Jobs. That's what young idea to compare that again. And he learned the cooking styles from his friends, so that what made him start a bak kut teh business. But unpleasant event that occurred to the restaurant that was critically due to the SARS, which is a very harmful disease.
Not SARS.
Sorry. He started the business around 1984. He opened the bak kut teh business at 1984.
In 1984.
The business has been running since 31 years and still counting. So overall, it was my first time going to Johor. So I didn't expect to meet the manager of the place. So I found that he has a sense of responsibility as well as sense of punctuality. So that I found it a very good experience to try that atmosphere. Now I'll leave the next business to go back.
I'm Ceci, I'm I'll be talking about the second which is Shui Xiang. It's located in Klang, Singapore. And just a little bit about Shui Xiang. They're open 7 days a week, but they close on the first and the third week every month on Monday. And they're famous in Klang area because of their 2 of the dishes, which is quite nice and it attracts quite a lot of customers. And their owners are Alex Ong and Joey, as you saw in the video just now. Both of them started cooking day after Form 5 when they graduated, and took them a while to actually get the dish right. So they opened the restaurant in 2004. It's their business, just 2 of them. And on 2008, it was caught fire. It was on fire. It happened in 2008, but it was reconstructed within the same year of the fire. So, as I said just now, they had these 2 dishes which attracts quite a lot of customers. It's ongba, and it's basically braised pork belly in this black soy sauce. And next, I will pass on to Yang again.
I want to talk about the competitive of our and Pahad is like a small town. Even though it's small, but I think the competition is still like rough and tough. And for one of the competitors, one is the restaurant English. It's not quite far away from restaurant Hochu, which is the restaurant of our. And for me, this is personally my favorite. Not just for the food, but the circumstance is much better compared with our. It's chill, and the difference between the restaurant Mengwaling and restaurant Hochu is restaurant Mengwaling is located in a very peaceful neighborhood, unlike restaurant Awam. It's in a busy downtown area, and as I just said, not just for the food, and I personally have some good memories happening in this restaurant. So this is my favorite, and my family favorite as well. And as you can see in Bak Kut Teh, the Bak Kut Teh of Mengwaling, they taste a little bit like lighter, and I like the yam rice the most because they have the special yam rice that I don't think you can find that in any place in Bangkok. And they serve the sweet potato leaf as well. It's very nice. My favorite. And the second competitor is the Sun Pot. They just renovate. It looks clean, new. Everything is new, but they have been running a business by full shops and everything is cool. But the difference is they renovate and they were trying to do something like expanding the business as well as not like how long. And the price is affordable. It's a little bit higher than restaurant Hochu, yes. And the most attractive part of this restaurant is they offer like the food supplies of Chinese donuts, which we always eat with, like we mix with the cake. And the restaurant Wednesdays. Okay, as you can see, there's different kind of Bak Kut Teh. And I don't quite like the Bak Kut Teh because there are a lot of intestine in it. Even you ask them to don't put intestine, you can still taste it, the taste of intestine in the soup. That's my mother. And they have like side dishes. The side dishes are popular as well, but I just don't quite appreciate the side dishes. Thanks. Let's hand it to you.
Hi, it's Demo. As you all know that there's a lot of competition shops inside that carry strong competition among each other. So today I will explain about the top 2 competitors with our chosen business, Joey's business. The first competitor is Restaurant Highway, one of the most famous Bak Kut Teh in Klang. Majority of their customers are locals. As that's the first time I went to Restaurant Highway, a lot of the interior of the shop is well designed as it allows more spaces for the customers to dine in. But as for the menu, I think that they could have improved in providing a proper, clearer menu so that customers could understand more and better. As for the taste, I personally think that the taste of Bak Kut Teh is better than Joey's because it is fragrant and more ingredient on it. Next. The second competitor is Restaurant Lighting. They have been running their business for more than 10 years. And the trick of the business is that they serve and provide the service is good and the owners are kind. I wouldn't recommend visiting on weekends because it is usually fully booked and they are rest on Wednesdays. As I think that the taste of the Bak Kut Teh is cheaper compared to Joey's Bak Kut Teh because it is cheaper and it is also tastier than Joey's Bak Kut Teh. Next, I will explain about the strategies for both the businesses. As we can see at Restaurant Hochu, the owners are one. They provide a fair and affordable pricing, and also they focuses on the quality of the food. They never serve leftover dishes as they emphasize on the quality of the food. Secondly is restaurant Suisiang. In this restaurant, it focuses on their services, which they serve with a big smile and build a strong relationship with their customers, so that the customer will give a good impression that they first visit again. Next, I'll pass.
So I'll be talking about the similarities and the differences between the two businesses, and also the obstacles and challenges faced by them. So I'll start with similarities first. The first similarity between both businesses will be availability of side dishes. Like just now what Mel said, Hokju Bak Kut Teh serves
Guys, pin drop silence.
pickled vegetables and Cho, which is pork feet cooked with black vinegar. On the other hand, restaurant Suisiang serves omba and also tofu as their side dishes.
What do you think about the branches?
For the next one, I will talk both the businesses currently have no branches, so that means they have been operating the same shop for over 10 years. For the next similarity, both businesses purchase ingredients and meat from the locals. Especially for Awang, he thinks that he insists on getting ingredients from locals because he thinks that Malaysian products are the best. The last similarity will be serving good quality.
Why is there so much noise? Pin drop silence, I asked.
Serving because the owners of both businesses, they have the same passion in making good food for customers. Okay, coming up next will be differences. The first difference will be the monthly income. This HC stands for Hokju and SX stands for Suisiang. Restaurant Suisiang, they earn a monthly revenue of approximately 100,000, which is 20 times more than Hokju Bak Kut Teh. So this may be because of their attractive and popular dish, which is the omba. Next will be uses of technologies. Restaurant Hokju does not use any technologies, but Restaurant Suisiang uses an iPad to take their customers' order. Okay, the next differences will be future plans. As I mentioned just now, the income is quite high, so Restaurant Suisiang have been deciding to open branches within the next 5 years. As for Hokju, because the owner is already old and will be retiring soon, so they have no plans in expanding the business. Okay, next would be employees. Restaurant Hokju does not have any employees working for them, but the owner has their family members to help them out most of the time. Restaurant Hokju, Restaurant Suisiang, on the other hand, have foreigners as their employees. Okay. The next difference will be menu. There is no menu provided in Hokju Bak Kut Teh, but there is a menu written on the board for Restaurant Suisiang. For the last difference, it will be advertisement. Restaurant Suisiang owns a Facebook page to promote their business, but Restaurant Hokju does not. Okay, now I'll be talking about the challenges faced by them. During our interview with Hokju Bak Kut Teh, Awang told us that the biggest challenge that he faced was the inflation. For example, the price of ingredients and the rental has been rising since 1984, which is the year he started his business. With that being said, this inflation has definitely affected one of his strategies, which is to serve cheap and fair bak kut teh to the customers. Meanwhile, for Restaurant Suisiang, as I mentioned in the previous slide, their employees are mostly foreigners. Why is that so? Because they have a hard time keeping locals to work for them 7 days a week. So that's why this is their biggest difficulty. I'll pass it to Dean for the recommendations.
Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about the recommendation of both of the bak kut teh shop. First, the wholesale bak kut teh shop will have some improvement to help them more better. Then you can see here this Hokkien shop. You can jump the Hokkien shop by one well like this way so small and usually jam and no more traffic. Not easy to find the parking space for the customer. Then our improvement for them is they can start relocation with another place where have more parking space for customer. The second one you can see the restaurant is inside the very old building and not easy for the customer find the restaurant. So they can hold the building and upgrade the lighting system to help the customer easy to find them.
Upgrade, not
Upgrade. Yes. Second one, I will talk about restaurant seaway. The first problem of the restaurant seaway is there are not enough chair and table. Actually, last time we come there, interview is around 2 p.m. That time have many customers standing waiting because not enough table and chair. So they can improve by give more chair and table to help the customer feel more comfortable and no need waiting for long time. The second one is the cooking area is open, so they can install the air condition system to improve the aircon and atmosphere inside the shop. The last problem from them is you can see here is only one menu with the Chinese menu in this restaurant. So if the customer not is Chinese people, when they come they want order food or anything, they don't understand. So I think they should to design the new menu with both of them with like English and Chinese to help the customer easy to understand what they need to eat. Then I pass
For conclusion, for both business like Swiss Young and Hot Chew, you can feel the difference. Like Swiss Young is like more energized restaurant. They are ready to push up to like their restaurant to an upper level. With the high income, they're gonna do some branches and hopefully franchise as well. But for restaurants, Hot Chew, since Awang is old and he said no one's gonna take over his business. So what he said was he will retire whenever he feels tired of cooking bak kut teh, which means I feel the restaurant Hot Chew is about coming to the end. It's sad, but this is the conclusion I made, and for the personal experience, personal thoughts. Overall, like for the majority, my birthday thing, like has a better taste of bak kut teh, but I what about myself? You guys have conclusion, my personal thoughts, experience to share.
I think I just say that Klang is more commercially successful than
Glenn is more successful there, right? That's the one that earns more than 100K.
I remember when I interviewed them, like I asked about how much they earn per month, and the cute lady, she said like 100. I was like 100,000, and then she was like, yeah. So I was like, I never imagined like a restaurant can like earn about 100,000.
yeah, we actually thought that it was 1 year and then
Yeah.
6 months.
1 month, like
Yeah,
surprise.
You're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the shops that surprises, isn't it? It's like those little stores at the side. Even you have those a few stores in that one restaurant. They can surprise you, they're very enterprising. And they'll be the ones that are richer than us,
Yes.
actually. Somehow they'll earn more, they'll have the three bungalows somewhere, they'll probably have one in Singapore, and they'll have the forecast.
USA,
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what are you guys doing right and you're not doing right?
Any questions?
No,
Well,
I
welcome.
don't think you have any questions
No,
now.
I think you all have done a good job in terms of analysis, right? You all have actually covered the relevant questions, relevant areas that were raised, that were given to you all. The only thing is, you need to work on your delivery. Okay? Try not to be nervous. I think the rest of them try not to be too nervous. Try to be more specific with your explanation or work. Okay? A few minor mispronunciation and cut down reference to the slides. Okay? Have more eye contact. Okay. Right? You all have actually improved from last week. You all are more confident this week actually. But too nervous. Okay? Too nervous. I think those two also.
It's a form of to the memes, the Kanye West.
Huh?
To the Kanye West. You remember at the time I showed you my presentation?
Oh yeah, thank God I saw it. Thank God, because they had something there with the Kanye West picture in it.
I put a lot of memes too. Funny memes.
There were some that were a little bit not appropriate for the presentation, so I had to cut it out.
No.
Yeah. Thank God I saw it. Okay, in terms of your report, I have no issue. Everything is quite detailed, but I wish that same detail could have been applied to your presentation as well. Okay, I understand maybe perhaps you're trying to cut down on time, you don't want to over elaborate too much, which is there are good intentions behind it. But again, I think maybe it was a little bit too general for our liking. But the report, everything is quite detailed, pictures, placement, everything is all done. Okay, alright, good job guys.
Thank you.